Hey everybody, Sickness here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today was a Disney release Tuesday, so I think we all know what I picked up. So of course I picked up the Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy combo pack of the classic Lady and the Tramp. I've been a huge fan of this movie ever since I was a little kid. My grandmom from a very young age got me hooked on Disney. Used to go to a house, she had a shelf of all the great classic Disney titles on those beautiful VHS clamshells. So I've been a huge fan of this movie ever since I was a very little kid. I've seen this movie about 1,000 times. I'll watch it 1,000 more. It is fantastic. It's definitely a Disney classic. It's definitely an animation classic. If you like Disney, you like animation, this is one to see. Though I'm sure we've all seen it, but if for any reason you haven't seen this movie, it's one to check out. It's fantastic. It's a great story, very beautifully told. I love it. I picked this up from Toys R Us. I believe it's on sale right now for, I think, $24.99. Plus, on top of that, you can use the $8 off Disney Movie Rewards coupon. You do have to be a Disney Movie Rewards member to use that, but it's free to sign up. And on top of that, at Toys R Us, once you buy this, they give you a $5 gift card, which is awesome. So you're already getting this for a pretty decent price. I mean, pretty decent as far as Disney titles go. Plus, you're getting a $5 gift card to use towards another DVD or anything else you want from Toys R Us. It's a great deal. I'd recommend picking it up there. So, fantastic title. Again, if you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. If you've been thinking about possibly wanting to get this, I'd recommend it. I have not seen it yet. I've not. It's not even opened. I haven't watched this yet. But from reviews I read, apparently the picture quality is fantastic, which is great because one of the last titles I picked up, being The Lion King, as you all know, had a ton of problems with it. From what I still haven't watched my Fox and the Hound Blu-ray yet either. From what I hear, the picture quality on that's pretty shoddy. So very happy to hear that the picture quality on this is very good. Haven't heard any issues with it at all. So definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Again, it's a classic. Definitely pick this one up. You'll love it. So that's it for what I bought today. So now it's what I watched. And today I checked out Beverly Hills Cop and Beverly Hills Cop II. I love the entire Beverly Hills Cop series with all my heart. I am a huge fan of these. I watch these at least once a year. Usually more, though. I think last year I actually watched these twice. I watched the entire series twice last year. It's just, they're such great films. I mean, Eddie Murphy here, Judge Reinhold, John Ashton. It just, you know, great team up there. It has that great classic 80s, like, buddy cop feel. I absolutely love it. Full of great comedy, full of great action. The stories are just brilliantly done. They're just fantastic stories. I mean, yeah, they're a little cheesy because, you know, it does have that 80s cheese going on, but not to the point where it's bad. It's to the point where it's just a lot of fun. If you love classic 80s, like, action films and cop films, these are one to check out. I mean, again, I can't imagine you haven't seen these movies, but if you have not seen the Beverly Hills Cop series, I'm talking all three movies too. I love the third one as well. If you have not seen these, you haven't lived your life yet. You need to check these movies out. They're that good. These are some of my all-time favorite movies. The soundtrack in these, as far as the soundtrack in Beverly Hills Cop, it's one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. I mean, it's full of a bunch of 80s music, but like really good 80s music. It is a brilliant soundtrack. Unfortunately, I do not own it yet, but I really need to pick up the soundtrack to this because it's full of some great music. The soundtrack to Beverly Hills Cop 2, that's pretty good as well. Not as good, but pretty good. So again, the stories are fantastic. I love how they kind of play right off each other. You know, Beverly Hills Cop ends, and you can tell a little bit of time's passed, and then they go right into Beverly Hills Cop 2. And, you know, it almost, if you watch them back to back, it almost feels like you're just going right into the next movie. I love how they did that. I like how it doesn't feel, you know, like it's just another random movie. No, it feels like, you know, the same continuing story. It doesn't leave you just thinking, oh, here's another, you know, Axel Foley story. No, it's the same story just continuing on, basically. So I love these films. I highly recommend them. And I do want to say, the only reason I didn't watch Beverly Hills Cop 3 today was because I just ran out of time. You know, it took me probably a little over 3 hours to get through these, so I just ran out of time. But I will be watching it this year, because I love Beverly Hills Cop 3. I know it gets a lot of flack. A lot of people hate it. It does have a little bit of a different feel. It's not, you know, 100%... you know, as good as these, or, you know, it doesn't have necessarily the same feel as these movies, but it's pretty darn close. And I love it. I love I love him that he's in that theme park and just, you know, all the craziness that goes on there. I love the story. You know, it's definitely, you know, even though it's not necessarily as good as the first two, it is still classic Beverly Hills Cop. It's still a classic Axel Foley story. Judge Reinhold's in it, so I definitely love Beverly Hills Cop 3. I highly recommend it. In fact, I mean, when I was a little kid, that was actually one of my all-time favorite movies. Beverly Hills Cop 3 used to play on TV all the time. It was definitely one of my favorites. It wasn't until I started collecting that I finally, you know, like, what was it, like 11 years ago, that I finally got into seeing these two films here and realized that, you know, I was missing out. That even though Beverly Hills Cop 3 was one of my favorite films when I was a kid, the first two, you know, were so much better. But still, it's a great movie. I would not bash it at all, and that's the only reason why I didn't watch it, just because I ran out of time. So, again, I would highly recommend these movies. If you like great buddy cop movies, if you like comedies, if you like action movies from the 80s, this is one to check out. It is one of the best. You will not be disappointed. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. Certainly looking forward to sitting down and watching my Lady and the Tramp Blu-ray. Cannot wait to see the picture quality of that, because like I said, I hear it's amazing. Also watching Beverly Hills Cop and Beverly Hills Cop 2. Again, some of my all-time favorite movies. I mean, I'm sitting here right now talking to you about them, and honestly, I feel like watching them again. I mean, they're that great. I'll watch these movies like 100 times in a row, and I could never get sick of them. They're some of my all-time favorite movies. I'll definitely need to watch Beverly Hills Cop 3 real soon, because I love that movie as well. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya. These are fantastic 80s movies. Has that great sort of 80s buddy cop film.